as we tell the riveting story of two regular people who became famous from a little southern town. Be ready to be astounded. Ben and Erin Napier's story will astound you with its moving moments, surprising turns, and amazing transformations. As we explore their path from hometown heroes to television celebrities, get ready to be astounded. You won't want to miss a second of this amazing achievement trip. Let's get started. Ben Napier was a native of Laurel, Mississippi, and respected the town's elegant architecture and historical value. Ben's early years in Laurel, with its charming old homes and friendly locals, had equipped him well for his professional dedicated to preserving the town's heritage. Ben's insatiable curiosity led him to take many walks around the streets of Laurel from a young age. He'd excitedly investigated deserted homes and secret gardens, learning the stories behind each structure. His love for restoration and his ambition to revive the lost treasures of his home were stoked by these early encounters. Ben attended Laurel High School and had a keen interest in history and handicrafts. He threw himself into the study of carpentry and architectural design, developing his abilities and expanding his knowledge of the town's architectural heritage. Ben's plan to revitalize Laurel started to take shape during these formative years. Ben continued his study at the University of Mississippi after graduating from Laurel High School. There, he expanded his viewpoint on historic preservation and cultivated his enthusiasm for history. Moreover, Ben and Erin met in college, and their mutual love of Laurel's history would have a profound impact on one another's lives. Ben's life was made better by Erin's presence. Ben and Erin had an instant connection since their shared passion for historic preservation will serve as the basis for all they accomplish going forward. Reviving Laurel's fading splendor and preserving its rich heritage for future generations was their common objective. Ben was motivated to return to Laurel after finishing his education in order to significantly improve his area. He started working on their first house, a tiny cottage with lots of promise. With Erin at his side, they began their trip as defenders of Laurel's heritage and supporters of historic preservation at this crucial juncture in history. Locals and preservationists took note of Ben and Erin's repair efforts when word got out. They were able to grow in the television industry because of their commitment to preserving the town's architectural legacy, which ultimately resulted in the production of Hometown. Ben and Erin's efforts on the show inspired people all around the world to treasure their own city's legacy by sharing with viewers their enthusiasm for preservation. Ben and Erin gracefully and modestly navigated the advantages and disadvantages of being television celebrities as Hometown grew in popularity. They never wavered in their resolve to improve the people of Laurel and preserve its heritage, even in the face of the demands of their sudden prominence. Ben and Erin rose to prominence in the home design and restoration industry due to their sincerity and passion for their community. Ben and Erin gained recognition in the preservation movement for their work on Hometown and their lobbying efforts. They emphasized the value of historic homes and the communities they represent, encouraging people to be proud of the past of their own hometowns. They permanently altered Laurel with every restoration job, guaranteeing that its legacy would live on for a very long time. Ben and Erin's love and commitment to Laurel and its people grew along with their family. After Helen was born, they took on the responsibility of preserving the town's history and entrusted their love of preservation to the next generation. Together, they raised the standard by exemplifying the transformational potential of love, fidelity, and a strong sense of familial bond. Ben's work as a community leader and preservationist is far from done as things stand. He is dedicated to preserving Laurel's past and encouraging a feeling of community among its citizens, even as he looks to the future. Ben Napier has upheld his tradition as Laurel's heritage guardian by working tirelessly to ensure that the family's history is honored and protected for many years to come. Ben and Erin had to overcome a number of difficulties. When they had to strike a balance between the complexities of historic restoration and the demands of television production, their patience was truly tested. But they overcame these obstacles and came out stronger than before because of their unrelenting dedication and tenacity. Ben and Erin actively engaged in the Laurel area as historic preservation champions, asking locals and other pertinent parties for their thoughts and assistance. To encourage communication and involvement in their restoration efforts, they organized seminars, town hall meetings, and community activities. Through community involvement throughout the restoration project, they made sure that their work embodied the goals and principles of the Laurel neighborhood. Acknowledging the role that education plays in promoting a deeper understanding of historic preservation, Ben and Erin started educational campaigns targeted at local colleges and institutions. Through the development of educational resources, field trips, and lectures, their mission was to uplift the next generation of preservationists and foster a feeling of pride in their community's past. In addition to their work on hometown, Ben and Erin developed strong opinions on state and federal historic preservation. They worked with preservation organizations, advocated for laws to protect historic structures, and spoke at conferences and seminars about the need of conserving our architectural legacy. Driven by a desire to give back to their neighborhood, Ben and Erin started doing philanthropic work to help local businesses and organizations. Since they utilized the money they made from the restorations to finance affordable housing programs, community development efforts, and historic preservation projects, their influence extended much beyond the walls of the houses they restored. Many people were impacted by Ben and Erin's journey and were motivated to appreciate their own hometowns all over again. They have shown by their acts the transformational power of preservation and the tremendous influence that a common love of community can have on neighborhood restoration and the growth of a feeling of community. Given their achievements and the legacy they have created, Ben and Erin are dedicated to protecting Laurel's past and encouraging others to cherish their own. They keep making a lasting impact on the field of historic preservation with every new initiative and endeavor, guaranteeing that the tales from our past will constantly uplift and enhance the lives of coming generations. Ben has a very endearing backstory. Since his mother got the name Ben from her father, he really goes by Benny. Ben has shown off his carpentry skills to hometown guests in several episodes by creating unique projects. Ben can tackle any project, from cutting boards and live edge tables to handmade cabinetry and gorgeous beds. As we say thanks to Ben and Erin Napier's engrossing trip, we are reminded that the real measure of success is not celebrity or fortune, but rather our effect on the world around us. We've all been motivated to reach lofty goals, work hard, and never lose sight of our roots by the Napiers' persistent dedication to protecting their heritage and improving their neighborhood. I think that as their tale develops, it will encourage each and every one of us to change the world in a little but significant way. We are happy you could come along on this amazing journey with us, and we hope you find the same happiness, love, and satisfaction on your own route.